Hey, what's going on, guys? I am sitting back, relaxing, just enjoying my moment because in a few minutes I gotta get up and we gotta get this new router set up. But I just wanted to kind of speak to you guys to kind of explain to you guys why I am personally upgrading my router. Current Asus router that I'm currently running right now, which is upstairs, it's the R2N66R router, and again, that is a absolutely wonderful home router. You know, if you got a lot of streaming going on, working from home, your kids are doing class, you got kids gaming, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. That router, it has a 256 megabytes of RAM, which is it's trust me, I've had that router since that router was released, and it's absolutely amazing. The only reason why I'm upgrading is because I need a router with a little bit of more power per se, because I'm starting to do a lot of more gaming live stream. With me doing higher quality videos during my live stream, I need my network to, be able to pipe that through. And based on the fact that we got a lot of devices connected and they're all streaming, they're all screaming for data and sending data. So I'm just like, okay, right now I found a good deal on this Asus router, which is the Asus ROG, was it the Rapture GT, was it AC5300, of which I got that one for $200. Those suckers, man, they usually go for like 300 to 350 if you can find them. So, it was a good deal. Good deal that I couldn't, I couldn't let go. I'm just like, look, the time is now. Let's do it. So, today is the day, baby. Phone needs to charge in a few. So this is the router. Let's go ahead and open it up. Okay. See what we got. Oh man, this thing is gorgeous. This thing, oh my goodness, this thing is massive. Pictures don't do justice, guys. Ooh, Lord. Pictures do not do any justice. Wow. This thing is humongous. Absolutely humongous. Just look at that. That's crazy. That is crazy. And let's look at it in comparison to this old Netgear. Dude, this thing is humongous. These antennas. Golly, colossus. Let me count how many antennas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Golly. We're about to have some fun. Oh my goodness. Yes. I love it. I love it. Got it on eBay. Doing an auction. Went on eBay's auction for 200 bucks, man. 200 bucks. Secret to winning eBay's auctions is to find an auction that ends around midnight or in the early mornings. That's what you want to do. If you can find an auction that ends late at night or in the early mornings, I'm talking like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, around those hours, because typically people are going to assume, okay, it's getting late, I gotta go to bed, gotta go to work, or they gotta do something. So they're just gonna go to sleep. They're not gonna stay up all night looking at an auction. Nah, they're like, look, it's late. I'm home from work. I'm still the winner. I'm gonna be the winner when they're gonna win that auction when they wake up. But then they find out that nope, you got a person just like me that's monitoring that auction. When I want an auction, oh, I want that auction. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything apart so that way you guys can see how to get this thing installed. So, in my current Asus router, the original antennas was like this. You guys can be able to see it. But this was the original antenna in my current Asus router. And let's just compare it to this antenna. Man, oh man. That is crazy. Now, some people may assume that, okay, well, why would you just, if you're old one, why didn't you just update your antenna for like an antenna such as this? In the case that, say for instance, they may happen to drop this Asus router and it's damaged beyond repairable, they'll salvage the antennas and yes, they'll sell it separately. But that doesn't mean you can just take an antenna like this and slap it on another router. I can't just go, pow, expect for it to work. No, many of the times if you do a higher frequency antenna on a router that wasn't designed for it, you'll actually end up destroying your wireless signal. Well, I wouldn't say destroying it, but you'll diminish it some. What we're gonna do is, you see the antenna connection here. So this connector, we're basically gonna take this antenna and spin it around. All right, it's gonna be hard for me to actually show you guys that up and close, but basically, see if I can do it like this. Once you kind of feel that it's on the threads, you're gonna turn it clockwise. Turn the thread clockwise. Okay, spin it around. Get it nice and hand tight, but not over tighten. Over tighten, you'll end up damaging your antennas. All right, spin her around till she stops. All right, there she goes. She stops right there. All right, and that's basically what you want to do all the way around. So in the event that you may see an antenna like this, you'd be like, oh, it's broken. It's not broken. You just gotta flip it up. It'll be good to go. We have all of the antennas on. I'm gonna briefly go through some of the things that I've noticed on the particular case. For instance, these LED lights, the status lights, we have power LED light, 2.4 gigahertz. Then you got your 5 gigahertz. And then you have this one that says E. I want to say it's the globe that represents the internet, such as internet access. Then you have another one that says Ethernet connections, which that's probably going to be a status light for devices that are attached. Then you have WPS. Okay. The beautiful thing about this thing, guys, oh man, this is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. So you got your power button, power on, power off. You got your AC/DC in. So it's got a 3.0 USB port, 2 of them. Now you may wonder, what's the point of having a USB port on your wireless router? Let me tell you something about networking. People have something that's called NAS, which is a network array storage, of which is basically a big, I wouldn't call it a isolon or a LUN, but I'll basically just say it's a storage system on a network. Okay, in simplest terms, you can basically attach a storage system to the network of your wireless router. Absolutely cool. So then we have the internet cable, which is basically going to go from your ISP router. Okay, so that's what's going to connect here. It is not a cable modem where you have an actual cable and you can just connect it. No, you gotta connect your ISP router to this bad boy. It's got in total 8 Ethernet ports, guys. 8. And looking at the description, it's saying that ports 1 and 2 are your high priority gaming ports. So this is where you will connect your like your console, or if you have a gaming computer, you want to connect that bad boy here. So you bets to believe I got dibs on that port one. I'm telling you, telling everybody in the house, look, that port one, that's reserved for me. Okay, let's spin around, see if we got anything else here. All right, so we have button, which is basically going to enable or disable the LED lights. We got WPS and we have Wi-Fi. WPS basically allows the device to connect to the Wi-Fi, but then you have a button that's called Wi-Fi. This button that's called Wi-Fi is potentially for you to enable and disable the Wi-Fi. The last thing is a reset here to reset your modem, which was kind of hidden because of this thing here. But man, this thing is wonderful. Trust and believe me, when it comes to your wireless router, especially if you got a lot of devices that are going to be throwing some high demands for Ethernet connection, gaming, web streaming, even your TVs, your smart TVs. You want to watch something in 4K. You're like, look, I got the smart TV. I want to watch this in 4K. And then you go and turn on, what is it, Netflix. You turn on Netflix, right? And you go to watch a 4K video, and then guess what? Your Netflix is like, buffering. Sorry, we can't watch this in 4K. We can do 1080p. You're like, come on, man. You want that full experience, because with that 4K comes a better high quality, not just video, but audio. Drinks up, guys. So yeah, guys, if you cannot get that high quality Netflix and chill type of videos, you need to upgrade your router. That's all I'm saying, guys. Let's get to the install. After you got your antennas connected, now what you want to do is you want to connect your router to your ISP router. So in my cabinet here, I have the ISP router here. So basically what you want to do is you want to grab your Ethernet cable, which I already have one connected, but I just want to show you guys where you want to connect yours. Take your cable, okay? Say for instance, this cable here, which is what we're going to utilize. So you just basically want to take the cable and plug it up to one of the ports. Okay, I got my cable here that's connected to my ISP router. I just connect it to the back of here. Okay, got the power connected, guys. Again, this is not where my router is going to go. This is all temporary. Just having it on my computer desk for right now so I can set it up. And then once I have everything set up settings wise, then I'm going to move it to its permanent location. She is ready for us to begin our programming, but before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my desktop computer so that way I can actually do a screen capture so you guys can see me, gain access to the router and basically configure for internet access. It's going to be a stretch, but we're going to make it work. Again, this is all temporary. I'm just doing this to show you guys how to set it up, and then I'll get everything permanently configured. This computer, since it's my gaming PC, we're going to connect it to port 1. That's the gaming port. So we're in the back of my gaming rig. What we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this current cable. All right, and we're going to connect this cable, which is now connected to our new router. Power this bad boy on. Here we go. Press the power button right here. All right, and now she's on. If you purchase a used router, don't forget, guys, to hit the reset. There's a reset right here. Okay, press that reset in there and look at the front. You should see the lights change. Reset pressed in, and it should. There we got the power button. All right, release, and there you go. It's reset. So we completely reset the router. So any previous setting that the previous owner had is gone. All the previous configurations gone. Alright guys, we are at my computer. First thing we're going to do is open up a web browser, and what we're going to do is type Asus, okay, which is the GT-AC5300, baby. So we're going to type in the default username and default password. Alright, who guessed it? Admin. Let's find out. And there you go. You guys were right. Admin. So now what you're going to do, you want to create a custom login name as well as a password. Now, if you forget this, commonly what you're going to have to do is press the reset button on your router, which means you're going to completely reset your router back to factory default. So if you had any custom configurations on your router, you're gonna lose it. So highly recommend, guys, write this down somewhere. Okay, write it down somewhere where it will be placed secure. Okay, all right, select modify. So now it's going to update your login and password. So now that old password, the admin account, is gone. So on your top left, what you want to do is select quick internet setup. Okay, so we're going to create a new network. All right, so this is basically your wireless network. I highly recommend that you give it a custom wireless SSID. You know, don't just do home, don't just do Tom, don't do something custom. Do something custom. So now my current wireless router, I have the 2.4 and 5 gigahertz wireless network separated, so I'm gonna follow the same structure. So what we're gonna do is hit separate. All right, and I'm gonna leave this here. I like that, but what I'm going to do is remove that, and there we go. So now all of these three wireless networks have different names. So now what you want to do is you want to type in a wireless security key to allow you access or allow a device to connect to those wireless networks. So think about it. So after you guys enter your password, now what you want to do is move on to the next step. You're now online, and there you guys go. We got internet. That is awesome. It is as simple as that. That's all you have to do. That is all you have to do to basically set your wireless router up. To basically check to see if your wireless needs a firmware update, well, basically what you'll do is over here next to firmware version, click on it and select check. And it's going to do a check. It's going to run a check. For some reason, it's barking like a dog, saying that cannot connect to the Asus server. So what more than likely I'll have to do is click on Asus and support, type in my router. So I'm gonna copy and paste this. Let's just type it here. Yep, there we go. And see what comes up. Right. So here it goes. Driver utility. It's right here where it says firmware. And then here we go. Here's the firmware. And we're gonna go ahead and hit download. And we're gonna download that manually. So after that's been downloaded, select open file. Just place this right here on the desktop. Let's see. Okay, so this is the firmware. So we're gonna manually update. So we're back here at the firmware, and we're gonna select upload, and we're gonna browse out to our desktop because that's where I saved it. And where is she? Right here. Firmware. Double click on that, and now it says applying. Please wait. It's upgrading the firmware. Wait about 3 minutes. Wow. That was a complete 360. They did a whole different login screen. I like that. All right, let's log in and see what else is different. Yeah, that is totally different, guys. I like that. They truly did some updates. All right, guys, we have our new Asus wireless router configured. She's ready to go. And this is the old Asus wireless router that I have. Some aftermarket Asus antennas. So these antennas, they do not come with this Asus router. I actually bought them off of eBay. This is our old bad boy, as you guys can see. This little beast, I'll tell you. It's dusty, it's dirty. But that thing right there, that router got the job done. And honestly, we can hold on to it. We can utilize this as an access point because with many of these Asus routers, you can use them as a router or access point. But man, this thing, this thing right here is a beast. I was trying to see if there's a way to kind of mount it to a wall to see if it had, you know, some sort of location on the bottom, but I don't see anything that basically tells me this thing can be mounted on a wall. So it looks like it's more so tabletop type of router. This, I'm pretty sure some way, somehow there's gotta be a way. No, this is about the same way. They both are routers that sit on stands. I mean, unless you put some, like, have something to hook into the wall, and then you can kind of do that. So yeah, potentially you can do it with this one. But this bad boy here, they probably do have something for it, some sort of mount that will allow you to mount it to the side of a wall, or but then again, majority of the vents for this router is underneath, so you do want to install it somewhere where it will ventilate. Okay, it needs to ventilate.